Good morning, everyone. My name is Akshara. Today I'm going to tell why agriculture is important. The half of the world is indirectly or directly dependent on agriculture. Some might say that I eat chicken, I eat mutton, so I don't depend on it. But the chicken, it comes because it eats nuts and something like food which comes from agriculture, then only it becomes strong, right? If it doesn't eat, it will become like so thin, and we'll be like, no, we don't want to eat this, it's so thin, it will not have any meat in it. So not only as any other every living being depends on agriculture. I'm not saying that you should go and do agriculture, like walk to your field and do agriculture. You can just do it at your home. You can bring some pots, you can grow some coriander leaves, you can grow spinach, you can grow carrots. It's like Bubasiaka said, it's like giving life to people, a new life, and it also helps. If you grow it, you have the satisfaction. It's like, oh, I grew it with my hard work. I can eat it, and you won't waste it and say, I don't want it. I don't want to eat anymore. I lost my appetite, like that. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and today I learned about how we can not only agriculture is not only means that doing on a farm and outside doing very much hard work, but it also means that you can also do it at home, like vertical gardening and terrace farming. You can put least effort also and expect more things. You can't do that because agriculture means having patience, and you have to take care of the plant like a baby, like it's a newborn baby. And basically doing agriculture means giving life to someone, because agriculture means growing food. And what do you need food for? To live. So agriculture basically means to give life to someone.
Good afternoon, one and all. I am going to tell about agriculture. Agriculture is important for our living and for us. Agriculture is not only farming or gardening. It's about different things like farm animals, like goat, cow, or chicken, and agriculture means in gardening. Everyone should do gardening in their terrace or in their garden. If you do gardening, it will be beneficial for everyone, and it will be good for every one of us. And if you do gardening, if you make your own, if you grow your own apple or something, it will taste more good than when you eat different, and you will not waste food. So try to get more, try to be more down and make and do gardening. My grandfather and my grandmother were also a farmer. So I asked them about what should we do. Means how did you do farming? They told me that it's not it's very hard to do farming after some time, because in farming in sun you have to be for so much time, and you have to also do farming every day. Not every day means you have to keep water, and also that farming in farming we will take our own food. They will grind it, and they will only take. Thank you. Everyone, my name is Ishka from grade 7. So I'm from grade 7. So today I'm so proud because my grandfather and my father are farmers, and my father is a role model for me because he is a software engineer and a farmer also. But does anyone know what is the importance of farmer? Farmers work for us day and night without sleeping properly, and care about the crops and the plants to give us food, and also they also help us a lot, and they also need to earn money by growing crops too. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to say about agriculture. Basically, most of the people think agriculture means it's just farming, but agriculture means growing food. So it can be growing some animals or even crops. So growing food needs a lot of patience because if you start growing them, outcome won't come suddenly. It takes a lot of time, and you should take uh, you need to take a lot of care for them. If you leave them recklessly, and if you leave it to the nature, it sometimes it may take care, and sometimes it can't. So we should try taking care of plants and animals in our surroundings also. And let's come to farming. So mostly farming, it needs water, which we get it abundantly from rains. But there is a problem on rains also. If we get more rain, there will be a flood, and the crop will get destroyed. If there is very less rain, the crop won't get sufficient water. So farming needs a lot of patience, and you should take a lot of care to it. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, faculties of Mallareddy University. So, good afternoon, sorry. So, today I'm gonna share my experience on farmers. I quite don't have anything about agriculture, but I'll say about farmers. So, my family comes from an agricultural field. Basically, my grandparents are farmers. So, how many of your grandparents are farmers? Parents? Nice. Quite many. Ever went and asked your grandparents about their experience in farming? Yes, no? No one asked? So what was his reply?
He said that it's not easy to do the work.
Good. Anyone else? You have something?
He said that it takes a lot. He said that it takes a lot of patience to build a farm.
Okay, good. Yes. So what I learned, who do you actually call a farmer? A person who grows crops? Yes, no? A person who grows crops? What I learned is farmer is a person who sacrifices his joy and his time and all. Same like soldier. Soldier sacrifices life and his sleep for the nation. The same way, farmer also sacrifices joy and his happiness for the nation. You might be asking how sacrifice. It's agriculture isn't an easy field, and it's very risky. Farmer awaits for the rain, but if there are no rains, there will be drought. And if there are heavy rains, he'll still suffer from a loss. And when there are good amount of rains, he'll still suffer from pests. Recently, there was a pest attack in 2020 or 2021, I guess, where Punjab, Haryana, and many other states suffered from very huge loss. So that time, farmers invested their money into pesticides, and they used pesticides for their crops. That time, people criticized them why do you use pesticides? It's harmful for the people who consume them, right? So it's instead of appreciating their efforts, they invested into crops, even though they didn't have the money. For us, they didn't do for themselves, right? They use pesticides for us, right? Yes, no? Yes? Yeah. So instead of appreciating them, we instead criticize. So I think that should be stopped, you can say natural fertilizers and natural pesticides are good, but they work at some extent. After some extent, even they are useless. You use artificial ones. So I learned this. The farmer sacrifices his life and all. And nowadays this generation, okay, when anyone says them to sit on the ground, you feel gross, dirty, and unhygienic, right? Many people feel it. But once you start doing agriculture, once you think from farmer's perspective, you'll actually start loving your land. You'll never feel ashamed on sitting on the land. A farmer is a person, after getting this much respect also, he still lives in a small hut, and he still sits on the ground and eats with his hand. Many of us now eat on dining tables, right? How many of you eat on dining tables? Ever experienced sitting down eating on the ground? Experience? How was the experience? Good. So that's the beauty of our culture, eating on ground with hands. If you actually don't get that experience, try eating popcorn with spoon. You won't get that experience, right? Yes, no, everyone's sleeping. Okay, this was my experience on farmers. Thank you.
Hi, myself Ashrita from grade 6 Fountainhead Global School. I'm here to talk about agriculture. Agriculture should be done in a non-chemical way because chemicals can affect our health when we eat the vegetables. So we should add natural fertilizers like manure, as many teachers said here, and also like we can try terrace farming and gardening at our home itself if we don't have a farm, and we can grow like many vegetables, your favorite vegetables, or if you don't like flowers also, you can grow like rose plant and your favorite flowers. So I hope everyone does this. Thank you.